Hi, so I'm back with another list of movies that I think you should see. This time we've got a little something extra for the ladies and the families in the house, but first we're going to start off with the more serious stuff. First, we've got Castaway. This is an excellent movie. It has all kinds of documentaries. It was directed by Robert Zemeckis, produced by Steven Spielberg. It stars Tom Hanks and Helen Hunt. If you haven't seen it already, or if you saw it and completely forgot about it, I recommend you see it. It has a wonderful message about not giving up on hope, um, even when you've lost all reasons to hope. I do recommend that you check this out, and I was able to get it for $2.50 at the local game exchange, so it's not expensive. Next, I'm going to recommend one that a lot of people also forgot that also stars Tom Hanks and Catherine Zeta-Jones and was produced and directed by Steven Spielberg. The Terminal is the story of a foreigner based on a true story. He gets trapped in JFK Terminal 1 for, I think, several months simply because his country is in a state of civil war, and rather than granting him admittance to the U.S. because he no longer officially has a citizenship, they keep him there. It features all kinds of romance, comedy, and a wonderful storyline that's compelling. He doesn't actually want to stay in the U.S. He simply wants to uh, meet a jazz singer, which you don't find out really until the end. So I kind of spoiled that, but the ending won't really be ruined for it because it's the journey that's important. So, okay, next we have the Concert for George. This is a two-disc special edition that I picked up a long time ago. It was a concert done in the Royal Albert Hall in honor of George Harrison not long after he died. For fans of the Beatles, it has Ringo Starr and Paul McCartney both performing in it, along with Monty Python's playing circus, a whole array of musical talent playing, including, I believe, Eric Clapton. So any fans of good music, any fans of concert films, any fans of the Beatles will absolutely adore this. Okay, next we have something for the ladies. No, I'm not going to do a striptease. I'm going to recommend some films that, in case you guys out there haven't seen them, are excellent chick flicks. We have French Kiss. This stars Kevin Kline and Meg Ryan and came out in the early to mid 90s, and it's about a woman who has to go to France to track down her fiance who has decided to leave her and marry a French woman. Now, of course, there's nothing wrong with marrying French women, but they were already engaged. She saw him first. So, on the way, she meets Kevin Kline, who it turns out is no more than a thief. But on the way, they become friends, and eventually, uh, she's able to win back her fiance. But will she choose her schlubbish, uh, schmuck of a fiance, or will she choose the debonair, uh, vineyard aspiring Kevin Kline? Who knows? You'll have to watch it to find out. Next, I found this in the bargain section at Target. Footloose and Flashdance. If you're a fan of musicals, if you're a fan of dance films, or if you're just really interested in seeing Kevin Bacon wiggle his butt, then I recommend you get this box set. Personally, I really enjoyed the music of Footloose, but I really enjoyed the dancing of Flashdance. So get either, get both, get them together for not too much, and save yourself a bit of money. And then, you can spend it on whatever else you want. Next is the Ultimate Edition of Dirty Dancing. I did not see this film until I started dating my last girlfriend, and it became our movie. Um, it is a wonderful movie. It has documentaries with it. It features excellent music, both from the 80s and from the 1950s and 60s. Um, and of course, it features wonderful dance scenes. I really recommend you run out and get it. Now, continuing on the musical note, we've got Fiddler on the Roof. This is the special edition. It is an excellent movie if you haven't seen it already. It features wonderful music, wonderful actors. They took everyone except for Zero Mostel from the stage show and put it into the movie. And the only reason why Zero Mostel couldn't do it was because he was previously occupied and I think was actually quite ill at the time as well. So run out and get it. It's an excellent film and well worth the money. Next, for the family, Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron. This is a movie that also my last girlfriend got me into. It tells the story of a horse raised out in the fields who wants to live his life and encounters man. It's a little bit in the genre of Bambi. It was kind of to say, okay, Warner Brothers can be a challenger and a contender against Disney for animated family films, and they were highly successful. It features the music of Bryan Adams, for those of you that are a fan of his, all original songs, as well as some wonderful animatics and documentaries and games for the kids on the disc itself. It's a lot of fun. It has some wonderful scenes to it. And if you have kids and you want a film that's entertaining for both you and them, run out and get this. I was able to get it for $5, so no complaints. Next is the film Time Bandits. This was directed by Terry Gilliam and stars David Warner, who, as you know, is a wonderful actor, if you've heard any of these rambles before. It is a bit of an offbeat comedy. It's kind of intended for the family and doesn't really have anything risque in it. It tells the story of a boy who gets lost in time with a group of, guess what, time bandits, little dwarves who run around and steal things by jumping through time holes that for no explicable reason until the end suddenly start appearing and take you to all different periods of history, including the age of myth and legend, which is towards the end, and are pursued by the devil, played by David Warner. Next is the 30th anniversary edition Schoolhouse Rock collection, which features all of the cartoons, all of the songs that you and I grew up loving, watching ABC on Saturday mornings. In between the different shows, it has all of them. If you love it, if you want to have your kids get educated about American culture, math, everything, run out and get this. It's loads of fun. Now, this is a VHS, and I'm sure you can get it on DVD. It is an early 90s film starring John Turturro, Michael Richards, and Annie McDowell called Unstrung Heroes. John Turturro plays a bit of a grouch in this one, but Michael Richards, of course, plays a bit of an oddball. It's a bit of an odd, independent kind of film that tells the story of a Jewish kid whose parents decide to raise him secular, non-religious, and actually tells the story of the kid finding his roots through his two madcap uncles. It has all kinds of misadventures along the way and is well worth running out and getting a copy of on VHS, DVD, or whatever you can. Next, we're going to do a couple quick action movies, and then I'm going to go. First up is Big Trouble in Little China. This stars Kurt Russell and is a big hit of the 1980s. If you haven't seen this already on TV, cable, whatever, run out and get it. It's loads of fun. It also it was directed by John Carpenter. If you don't know who he is, watch almost any horror movie from the last 30 years, and he'll at least be mentioned. He'll at least be one of the really good ones as director. It features kung fu, action, wonderful story, myth, legend, and a character that's not much more than an imitation of John Wayne, but hey, who can complain? Next is the double pack of Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Knights. This is well worth getting simply if you like Jackie Chan, or if you liked both these movies, or even if you only liked the first or second movie. It's worth getting because you get to watch both, and it only cost me about $7.50 at the Target. Next and last is the Riddick Trilogy. This features the original Pitch Black. It also features Dark Fury, which was an animated movie kind of like The Animatrix or Gotham Knight, which tells the story between Pitch Black and the Chronicles of Riddick. I felt that the last movie should have been titled The Chronicles of Ridiculous, but that's me. If you can run out and get this, it was only $7, so it's pretty cheap. It's a good deal. That's all. Bye-bye.